Some would call it swag, some would call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
On the run, it's Robinson. Oh, he's got some space. The 20, 10, touchdown, Oklahoma. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
To the air, it's Manning. Just a short pass to the tight end. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
How about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level, right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. With the catch, it's Baxter. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
To the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They are really clicking along. First and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Powers through. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down, get something positive. But how about the defense just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field?
Finds his man. It's Thomas. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Got it behind the line. It's Sategna.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for space. It's Price. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Sooners are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator, and the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, obviously you're thinking pass, pass, pass. A great job by the offense trying to slip in a screen, but the defense had none of it. Great job reacting to the screen, seeing it, going and making a play.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Gonna take a shot. Snags it down the right side. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets it past the marker for a 1st down, and that's the way we will wrap up the 1st quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Motion from the wide receiver. Used the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. That last one leaves him 8 yards away from pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal. To the air. It's Manning. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little kick route, try to get my guy open.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They'll run it from the gun.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. From the gun. Going for 6. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Now on the option. Quick toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Quick completion on the out. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make...
He's got it on the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. There have been a lot of great quarterbacks to wear the crimson and cream, and he is fitting right in.
That boy good. I mean, what can't he do? Just spinning the ball down the field, making big plays, the space in the offense, the speed in the offense, always big-time explosive plays with the Sooners.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Third down play from the gun. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You
got some room in to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooner.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Going for it all. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back.
Made another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Grab behind the line. It's Robinson.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Snap it to the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun, they'll run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Back to throw. It's Manning. Snagged in the middle. It's Wingo. And the explosiveness. The big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense wants to bring the heat. They'll throw it from the red zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Grabbed in the end zone. zone to put 6 on the board.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Right on the money. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Throwing right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team, because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fires to the big fella. Finds a crease at the 20. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
From the gun, running back on the move. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air, it's Manning. Quick strike complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Off the RPO, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignment. Makes the catch. It's carry on. And the Sooners pick up the first down.
They're able to complete the hitch throw against man coverage. And, hey, quarterback's got to be able to get it to him quickly because he knows that defender is going to be driving on the ball. So really nice job not hesitating, getting it to him, and then he gets what he can get after the catch.
From the gun, running back gets to give.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Price. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. Games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish.
21.
They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Quick completion on the out route. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Makes the catch. It's Baxter. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw again. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Alexander. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Right down the middle. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. He's got it on the run. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Texas! They move on top here in the 4th.
I think that's the hardest part about coaching 18 to 22-year-olds, David, is complacency is something you're always trying to fight. They were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Looked like they were just, kind of cruising through early, had some miscues, but they fought their way back, and now they have the lead.
And they definitely were sleepwalking. And they knew they were the better team, but they dug themselves a huge hole. I love the response. They got punched right in the mouth. But they didn't quit, and they didn't pout, and they didn't sulk, and they responded really well. They got on a heater, man, and they took the lead in this ballgame.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle, it's Wheeler. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Wants to throw on first down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Throws to the tight end. Makes a grab past the marker. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
From the gun, the ground game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that arm. They didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
The offense changing the play. They'll send the back in motion. On third down, going up top. Caught over the middle. It's Kent. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. From the gun. Big fella moving. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
Going to swing it on second down. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to...
Touchdown Sooner! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And it just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Manning. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Lost, the defense is wide open.
they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Going for the big play. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Longhorns! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, at this point of the game, the defense now is substituting their personnel. They've got their dime package in the game. There's a lot of DBs out there. They know this offense is going to have to throw the football to climb back in this game.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Grabbed behind the line. It's Price. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Pulls it in. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the red zone, looking for a man. Snags it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Manning. He wants a big play here late. Makes the catch on the left. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, after the incompletion now, it's decision time for the head coach. You want to kick it, try to get this thing into OT, or do you want to throw this in the end zone and go for the win?
And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And this to tie things up in the final minute. And it's good from 58 yards out. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Looking for room. It's Baxter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Manning. Working that left side now. There he goes. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. I mean, just have a day already. He's right on the cusp of 500 yards through the air.
And I know he did an outstanding job all week long in practice, watching film and taking every rep seriously and personally on the practice field building up to this one because he's barely made any.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! They take the lead here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Deep shot for the end zone.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
You know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Staring at a third and long here in this first overtime possession. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He just about had the pick, and what a play that would have been in overtime, but it brings up fourth down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Running to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Scanning the field, it's Manning. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now on third down, and at the very least, trying to get into a little better field goal position. On third down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bingo. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, he's putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for attack.
That'll do it! A double overtime touchdown to walk it off! Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy poised big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.